Welcome to the Fearful Fright series, where we will be reading with our favorite green ghoul, Grimmer. Now sit back and enjoy this twisted tale. Today our story is called Trick or Treat. My name is Gary Nolan, and I have to tell you about my last trick or treat. You see, I was more of a trickster than anything. I really didn't even like going trick or treating. I just liked to go out on Halloween night for pranks. My prank was that I would grab dog poop, put it in a bag, and leave it on someone's porch. Then I would set the bag on fire. Then I would proceed to knock on the door as loud as I could. And run. I'll admit it was funny the first few times. But with all that pranking, I started to get hungry. So I seen a little kid who left his bag of candy lying down on the ground. So I took it and ran. Aw man, I thought to myself. There's only 2 pieces of candy in here. Well, I guess I can go get more. I do have a bag now, I thought. So I went to another neighborhood where they wouldn't recognize me, and began trick or treating. The first 2 houses gave me 1 candy bar each. I want the good stuff, I thought. Everyone's holding out. Then I seen a big bowl full of candy sitting on a porch to an old-looking house. That's when I got the bright idea to take all the candy and run back home. When I got on the porch, and began pouring the bowl in my bag, out of nowhere I noticed a lady sitting on the porch. "Where did you come from?" I said in a startled voice. The old lady just said, "Take as much as you like, little Gary. I left it all for you." "How do you know my name?" I told the old lady. She just smiled at me and said, "I've been watching you all night. You've been a naughty boy, placing those bags on those porches. But that's okay." The old lady went on. "You go home and eat up all that candy. When you're nice and full, all will be coming to eat you." "You're crazy, old lady," I told her, in an angry tone. She just smiled and said, "Run along, Gary." And I'll be honest, at that point I was so afraid. I did just that. My parents were both at a Halloween party for my mom's job, and wouldn't be home until later. As I sat there looking through the candy, I thought, that lady might be crazy, but she gave me a lot of good candy. So I started eating it. When I got tired of eating candy, I turned on a scary movie and got into bed. That's when I heard someone just outside my window calling my name. And my heart dropped. All I could hear was, "Gary Nolan, I'm coming to eat you. I hope you ate all that yummy candy I gave you. I want you nice and fat when I cut you open and eat you, Gary Nolan." I jumped out of bed and looked out the window. There she was, that crazy old lady, standing right there in my driveway. She must have followed me home, I thought. Then she started walking towards the house. And I couldn't believe it. She actually started crawling up the wall towards my window on the 2nd story. And I could see she had a knife in her hand. I didn't know what to do. So I grabbed my baseball bat and ran towards the window to lock it. I managed to lock it just in time, because when I did, this lady started shaking the window repeatedly. The whole time she was yelling, "Let me in, let me in. I'm gonna eat you, boy, let me in." She started shaking the windows so hard, it almost came out of the frame. Just then I seen car lights approaching my driveway. I was relieved. It was my parents returning home. The crazy old lady looked at the lights approaching. Then she looked at me and growled. Then hopped down off the wall and took off running into the night. When my parents got inside, I told them all about the incident. About the pranks and candy, the old lady and everything. They called the cops immediately. I got scolded by the cops when they arrived. They told me I didn't know just how lucky I was. They said a 56-year-old lady just escaped from a lunatic asylum. She was criminally insane, and she was put in there for stabbing 12 students to death on her bus one day, for misbehaving while she was driving them back from school. The officer added, "In fact, she used to be a bus driver here, in this very town." And that's when it hit me. That's how she knew my name. She used to be my bus driver a long time ago. And that sent chills down my spine. They never did find her. They figured she probably left the country. But I'm not too sure. All I know is I don't do pranks anymore. And I definitely won't eat any more candy.